I mean, it's going to be fantastic.
It's an indication of what 2022 is going to be.
It's going to be sunshine and lovely things.
And things and things. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But this morning we have an amazing show for you, don't we?
Yes, we do. And they know how to join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're Joy News on TV. Don't forget to hashtag AM Show. But courtesy EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, we've got AM Business. Yep. Today we'll tell you how Ghana's arts and culture will be positioned as a key investment attractor venture in 2022 with the aim of targeting an excess of 1 million cedis per annum.
Also, AM Talk this morning, we'll be talking about end-of-year prophecies, police service wounds, men of God. Well, we'll have a conversation with former General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana, Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunipong, as we explore. You know how every end of year there are prophecies, right, about next year, especially who's going to die. And a few days ago, the police released a statement on that. So we'll have that discussion later on. But also, we'll be continuing with
our end-of-year series with the Member of Parliament. Today, Kwesi Parker-Wilson has a chit-chat with who anymore?
Prayeso MP. You want, Prayeso MP. He'll be sitting down with him. So, of course, and in between that, we have sports and showbiz and the news review and lots of chit-chat. So stay tuned in. This is the AM Show. My name is Enimo Animado, and I'm doing this with
CBD.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the news.
It's time for the AM News, and in our first story, the National Peace Council has called for a ceasefire in Boku after renewed clashes led to the death of about 3 persons. The council, through a statement, has urged the Upper East Regional Council to investigate the incident while operating lines of dialogue among feuding parties to cool heads. According to Chairman of the Council, Reverend Dr. Ernest Edu-Jemfe, the sure way of ensuring peace is to resuscitate the Boku Inter-Ethnic Peace Committee, whose track record proved that they were able to maintain the peace between 2013 and 2017. We'll have more on this later on the show. Away from that, Western Region Police is said to arraign 3 students charged with murder and robbery for burning to death a barge driver who was also a Navy officer at Sekindi Bakano. The students have confessed to attempting to steal the deceased vehicle. They told the police they poured fuel on his vehicle and burnt him to death when he resisted their attack. PRO for the Western Region Police Command, DSP Olivia Adeku, confirmed the incident to Joy News.
On 24th, around 5 p.m., our officers from our regional intelligence and operational unit were able to track and arrest 3 persons by name Patrick Bedu, he's age 18 years. Joseph Lord Ni Aje Oniku, he is age 17 years. And Adolf Esen, 18. They are all students in Sekindi Takradi here. When they were arrested, they confessed that they were the people who set AB1 Otri's car ablaze. According to them, they wanted to steal the vehicle and sell it. But when they asked him to hand over the car, he was resistant. As a result, they poured fuel on him and set him ablaze. Unfortunately, the AB1 Otri has passed on. But so once a crime has been committed, we still have to continue with the investigation. They are currently in our custody and they will be sent to court tomorrow.
Has any charges been leveled against them as of now?
Yeah, definitely, to be robbery and murder.
Private legal practitioner Kweku Pencil has described as strange and not enforceable a police warning to pastors and other religious leaders against prophecies that are likely to cause fear and panic and disturb public peace. The caution by the police comes ahead of the annual watch night services held across the country, often characterized by prophecies. The The police say while freedom of religion is guaranteed under the Constitution, the communication of prophecies of harm, danger and death by some religious leaders can cause tension in society. Mr. Pencil warns that any attempt by the state through the police to control the terrain of prophecies will infringe on the rights to freedom and religion and freedom of speech.
I really have my doubt if there is a proper legal basis for the police statement. I can see the police statement as any statement, any advice that any public interested body may wish to convey to the citizens or to people of this country. It's like anybody advising a pickpocket that around Christmas there's a lot of pickpocketing and we are even more alert than ordinary times, and if you engage in pickpocketing, this is what we do. But the difficulty about the police statement as I find it is generally about the difficulty about enforcing speech, what to say, what not to say. Don't forget that we not only criminal aspect of it, we also have the civil aspect of freedom of speech. So my freedom to speak will not permit me to, for instance, defame you. The difficulty is whether a court of law, for instance, can make an order directed to me not to defame you. There can be no such power of the court. But as soon as I defame the person, the course of action arises. In the same way with prophecies, indeed, dealing with these ones, we are even getting into spiritual matters. And the whole idea of what somebody is likely to say to find himself liable in criminal conviction for a statement that he has made is quite murky. That's the way I will put it. Because the idea, or what the police said, indeed, legislation exists for speech, hate speech, speeches or statements that are likely to create panic and fear and so forth and so on. But the crunch, the real issue is the ability of the police or any complainant to demonstrate that any particular speech or any particular statement that anybody made or, yes, made created fear and panic. And that's the difficulty. It has not happened, to my knowledge, whether anybody has even been convicted in this country for any kind of speech, especially with regard to a church activity.
In other stories, the Ketu South Municipal Assembly, led by the MCE Maxwell Lugodo, has led residents in the municipality in a clean-up and street sweeping exercise to make Ketu South the cleanest municipality in the country. Now, this is the first of its kind in the municipality to help rival other neighboring cities, including the capital of Togo, Lome. Walter regional correspondent Ivy Setoji has more in the following report.
The exercise is aimed at making the municipality the cleanest in the country. The exercise started on Saturday, the 27th of November 2021, has a street sweeper truck that started the cleaning from the main Aplawu border and now at Aguzume. According to the MCE for Ketu South, Mr. Maxwell Lugodo, it is very necessary to have residents committed to making sure that the environment are always clean. He mentioned that the municipality is well positioned as a major traveler hub in the Volta region and Ghana as a whole.
We are so lucky to have a border that when you cross to the other country, you are going straight to their capital. So there is a competition here, in quotes, because when you enter into Togo, it means you're entering into Lome, the capital city of Togo. It's so beautiful. So we, the neighbors that are closer to, we also have to be so clean. So that is something I'm not joking with. Our beaches are one of the most beautiful beaches. We can compare here to Labadi, because Labadi, you know, their sun. You can see our sun are goldish in color, but Labadi's suns are white and, you know, so we even have that advantage. But unfortunately, our beaches are used for open defecation. It's so sad.
Aside from sweeping exercise, pavements were also painted with plants to have flower pots positioned at vantage points for beautification purposes for the Christmas and the New Year, and also have lights fixed at the border.
Yes, as I'm talking to you now, tomorrow when you come here, I have the electricians working on this. So be here, we're going to remove the top and change. You know, because of the salt, most of them are arrested. That is why they are not functioning. But I'm seriously working on it. Trust me. 3 days time, if you come here, you see all the street lights working fine.
Residents who spoke to Joy News were happy about the initiative and promised to ensure that the streets remain clean and tidy always.
We know that he's here to work. So what I want to do, what we want to say is, you should help him so that what he has, he do it.
This is a step in the right direction. We are going to engage the Zoom Lions because they have been tasked to always to sweep the road, and so we will engage them and ensure that no one filters the environment.
It must be noted that Mr. Lugudo, after his confirmation as MCE, pledged to make Ketu South the cleanest municipality in the country. Ivy Satoji, Joy News, Aplau.
The New Patriotic Party's 2020 parliamentary candidate for the Boku Central constituency, Gabiana Agbanwa Abugui, is using this period to promote a peaceful coexistence in the constituency. The former PC propagated her message after organizing a feast to bring the people together on Christmas Eve. Upper East regional correspondent Abasori visited Madame Gabiana at her home in Boku and came through with this report.
Despite the recent tensions which forced the Ministry of Interior to impose a curfew on the Boku municipality, Christmas Eve was a normal, peaceful day. The curfew was still in force between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. However, there was no sense of any tension in the atmosphere as people went about their everyday activities. Inside the home of Madame Gabiana Agbanwa Abuguri, women were busy preparing assorted meals for the Christmas. But these meals were not just for her family. She was inviting all people in the area, irrespective of their ethnicity, religious or political background, to share a Christmas meal with her at her home.
As a Christian within the Muslim community, especially coming from a Muslim background, I should have a very big Christmas for everybody. Wherever you are coming from, the whole Boku, it's not only anywhere you are coming from, even strangers that comes down here to come to hospital, they direct them and they come here. So I've seen it as a privilege to prepare food, to make everybody come. You come here, you come and eat the food that you want. We will be having something like TZ, we have rice balls, we have rice and stew, we have jollof, we have tubani, we have benku, we have rice soup. So when you come, whatever food that you are eating, you eat. And if you are coming from a village, you take home again. And you eat, you drink a drink of your choice.
Gabiana Agbanwa Abuguri was the New Patriotic Party's parliamentary candidate for the 2020 elections. She feels that as a mother and leader, it is her responsibility to do something, to speak up and call for peace in Boku. She believes that sharing a meal brings people closer to each other.
If you all believe that we are children of God, let us let love lead us. The problems that we are having in Boku doesn't promote peace. It doesn't promote unity. It doesn't promote love. I am praying that this Christmas that we are having, since this conflict, the shooting incident came with this kind of untold hardship on the people will use this peace season. I am praying that this season will bring peace, everlasting peace to Boku. Will bring unity. We will see each other as one.
The women who support Madame Gabiana joined her to call for peace in Boku.
Just during these shootouts and stuffs that happened in Boku, I was a student nurse and I was doing my clinicals in the Boku hospital. And when it happened, all our seniors ran away. There was nobody in the hospital. The hospital was left empty. So we are calling for peace. We want the people of Boku to help and stop the violence and things that are happening in Boku.
So we call for peace during the conflict, and then when people were running up and down, we were still there to help the people of Boku. Though it wasn't easy, it's our prayer that everything should come down. We want peace. So please and please and please, we want peace in Boku. This Christmas, we don't want any violence. We want peace.
What do you want? We want peace. What do you want? We want peace. So we want peace. We want peace.
Madam Gabiana Agbanwa Abuguri says everyone in Boku is invited to stop by at her home for a Christmas meal. Albert Sorry, Joy News, Boku.
And that's it for the AM News. For more news, you can log into myjoyonline.com. The newspaper review is up next, so stay tuned.
So welcome back. This is the AM show, and it's a pink and blue AM show because I'm doing this with my pizzo sabidi, more pink and a lot of different other colors. But anyway, good morning to the newspapers. Who didn't do newspapers?
Who are still on holiday.
Yes, good morning to you. Hope you're enjoying your time off. But this morning we're going to do an online review. Well, because there are no newspapers, so it's not going to be the newspaper review, it's going to be the online review. And we're going to start with myjoyonline.com.
Yes, and our top story is that Ghana is experiencing a fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. And also,
but you know what's funny about this story?
Yeah.
Is that the Ghana Health Service actually never really acknowledged the third wave.
So now...
So are we skipping from second wave to fourth wave?
I think, you know, we're trying not to make us panic and all of that. So they're just like, yeah, it's okay. We have the situation under control. But right now they have no choice but to tell us.
The figures
are crazy.
Are crazy. The figures are crazy.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was looking at it, and from the 22nd of December, it was almost 1,000 new cases every day.
But the nice, or not nice thing, but at least only 3 people have died. So far.
Our death numbers have never been...
really hectic.
Yeah, really hectic.
So,
apart from last year, January, where we had 330 people. So yeah, hopefully this year, January, won't be like that. We know Omicron is more easily transmissible, but less severe.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that it won't get to it. But people have really been chilling.
And so that's what I was about to say. You know, yesterday, in fact, this whole December, we've had a lot of events and people have been walking about, drinking and eating without their masks on. But let's see what happens.
And our vaccination levels are still quite low.
In January,
so
yeah.
It's a problem. I was watching football. I think it was Leicester versus Man U or something like that. The stadium was full. And people are wearing their masks. But in the UK, for example, the vaccination rate is very high. You know that everybody who's in the studio has been vaccinated. Obviously, they're doing the, no vaccine, no entry
thing. Yeah.
I don't know if we are also doing the no vaccine, no entry.
Not at all events, because imagine an event, a concert, right? There was a certain concert at the Accra Sports Stadium, and the numbers there were crazy. So I didn't go, but I highly doubt that the security guards or the people at the gate...
The free concerts. Is it a free concert?
Yeah. Were asking for vaccination cards.
So my daughter comes up to me and is like, Mommy, there's a free concert. Do you want to go? I'm like, go where, who, like...
What, talk for what?
Yeah, no, she really was goes because she feels like I would be the person to go with her.
Oh, no.
So these 13-year-olds, like, you do know that there's COVID. Secondly, you know. What are you going to do at the concert?
What are you going to do? Yeah, but it was a really good concert.
I hear.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook and Instagram, it was a really good concert. And yeah, free Omicron distribution.
So
free COVID distribution.
We'll keep our eyes on that this week. I think what we really want to focus on moving forward is the numbers and how our chilling has affected
the numbers.
Moving forward. I know, for example, Confanoche, they are on the verge of shutting down because staff have COVID-19, and so the wards are quite full with that. So okay, let's do a quick update. So let's go to
the Ghana Health Service.
Yeah, and then do a quick update.
What the numbers are saying. Okay. So with new cases, we have 1,264. Our active cases right now, we're sitting at 8,554. And our confirmed cases is 140,221. And deaths still relatively low as 1,283. So Accra has the most cases, infections right now when it comes to the Omicron. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like the Northeast that has the least, which, in fact, right now they don't have any cases, Omicron cases. Yeah, and Accra is driving. Yeah, so it's Accra, Kumasi leading, and then the last.
But you know what's gonna happen. But if you look at the movement, so a lot of people have come to Accra,
and then they'll go back home,
and then they'll go back home.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the plan is, what we're planning to do about that. But 8,554 active cases is one of the highest figures that we've come to since COVID-19 started. So that's very worrying. Anyway, whatever you do, please wear your mask when you're going out, social distance, make sure that you're washing your hands and sanitizing and staying safe.
And vaccinating.
And it's not difficult to get vaccinated now. You just walk into your closest hospital, and chances are you can get vaccinated.
Yeah.
So do that so that we're fine.
We're safe.
But I'm a little worried. I'm wondering what January is going to look like. And of course, there's going to be New Year. The New Year celebrations as well.
Churches.
I'm not even going to talk about churches because at this point I feel like it's actually unfair if we begin to call out churches because we've been chilling and concerting.
Oh no, but it's churches, it's concerts, it's everything.
Churches. No, okay. If you went to a concert, let's do it. I mean, if we're doing it, let's do it.
Go home, go big or go home.
Or say. Otherwise, it kind of feels like we're always targeting.
We're not targeting, but we're just saying. We expect them, we know, but we expect them to be more righteous.
And do
as for the concert goers, we don't go to the concert. The church goers, you set an example, Yubab.
Really?
Yes.
That's what we're doing.
Yes, you set an example.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's Omicron. What else is on myjoyonline.com? Man stabs rival to death for proposing to his girlfriend on Boxing Day.
I saw that. It was a bloody Boxing Day.
Yeah, it was a bloody. Yeah. Somebody they come chase your girl, no, Ibo.
And also the guy is not from the town, so the guy came, proposed to the girl. I don't know if the girl accepted or not. And then the girl went to go tell the boyfriend that this guy has proposed to me. So the guy is just like, but why? Where he goes stab the guy.
Yeah, there have been quite a lot of those kinds of stories this year.
Which is quite, There
have been a few of those stories this year where people are stabbing people and killing people when it comes to love
and stuff.
Anyway, that's I think that should be like a Friday conversation. The violent side of love. Paramount Chief of Kwamang, 2 others die in ghastly accident on the Kumasi-Konongo Road. Police beefs up security in Nanton. That's also on My Joy Online. Police cautions against prophecies that cause fear and panic ahead of Watch Night. So we'll have that conversation, the former General Secretary of the Christian Council. Because the statement that came out said that, almost every year there's a list of people who you know, some of the prophets, so this person will die, this person will die, this person will die. And then it causes a lot of fear and panic, you know, and all of that. So the police is cautioning against prophecy.
And I'm sure wherever Shatawale is, he's quite pleased with himself. Because if he didn't pull that stunt, I doubt we would have gotten the statement. Honestly. We would have just continued like normal. Yeah, but because Shatawale did all this drama and all he did, then the police were just like, okay, you know what? Actually, let's put out the statement.
I've always wondered when it comes to prophecies about death and stuff, the need for making it public.
I also don't understand.
I've never understood. I feel like, you know, if God reveals to you that something could potentially happen to someone, even if the person is a celebrity or whatever, why don't you call them or see them and deal with it privately? Why must it be? Sometimes it feels like it's a validation, you know, like we're saying it so that when it happens, then we're validated. You know. So, so I'm not sure what that is. So yeah, okay. So this is the statement from the police. You want to just take us through? Okay. Ghana Police Service statement on communication of prophecies and their legal implications. As the year 2021 draws to a close, the Ghana Police Service wishes to draw the attention of Ghanaians, especially religious groups, to the fact that whereas we have the right to religion, freedom of worship, and free speech, all these rights are subject to the respect for the rights and freedoms of others according to our laws. Over the years, communication of prophecies of harm, danger, and death by some religious leaders have created tension and panic in the Ghanaian society and put the lives of many people in fear and danger. We want to caution that under Ghanaian law, it is a crime for a person to publish or reproduce a statement, rumor, or report which is likely to cause fear and alarm to the public or to disturb the public peace where that person has no evidence to prove the statement, rumor, or report is true. It's also a crime for a person by means of electronic communication service to knowingly send a communication that is false or misleading and likely to prejudice the efficiency of life-saving service or to endanger the safety of any person. A person found guilty under these laws could be liable to a term of imprisonment of up to 5 years. We therefore wish to caution all Ghanaians, especially religious groups and leaders, to be measured in their utterances, especially how they communicate prophecies which may injure the rights of others and the public interest. The Ghana Police Service wishes to place on record that the police are not against prophecies. We acknowledge that we Ghanaians are religious people who know and believe in the centrality of God in our lives. So that's the statement. I must say it's a really well-written and wholesome statement. We also take this opportunity to wish all Ghanaians Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year right back at you, Ghana Police Service, and to our IGP.
Who's been doing a fantastic job.
Who is a guy. Who is really, really a guy. Thank you. Thank you for this. Well, let's see how it goes. I've been seeing some of the watch nights, the 31st watch nights billboards and their...
So you want to see how it's going to go down?
Yeah, I'm interested. The one that caught my eye, that has caught my eye so far is 2022, and the theme is the final transition.
Hey!
Yes.
Where are we transitioning to?
That's what I want to know. So I think I'm going to appoint myself on 31st night to go around.
Okay.
And to that church and just observe where we are transitioning to. If I don't come back because I've transitioned with them,
I
know what that is. But
we'll be waiting.
That's it for my Joy Online. Should we
go to graphic?
The graphic, yes.
Okay,
please.
so let's go to graphic. And with graphic, it is not true. Minister has served. Okay, so this one is Beanie Man did not test positive for COVID-19. That is Stone Boys.
Oh, really?
Camp reacting.
Okay.
And I mean, he also tweeted that he's been traveling for the last 6 months and he's never tested positive in the last 6 months. So he was just really surprised where this news was coming from.
So they're saying it's absolutely false.
Like, absolutely false. Like, he tested when he was in the USA, he tested when he came to Ghana, and Kwame Rasta, who's part of Stone Boys camp, was like, I think he took like 3 tests and they all came out negative. So they don't know where this news comes from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting.
It's actually quite scary because it really, like the news just really news.
Yeah. And headlines.
And to hear that it's absolutely not true at all.
It's quite terrible, actually.
I don't know who to believe now. But
also because, I mean, they have to save their faces, whatever the case is. but he said he didn't test. But now, how did they get his passport? Is the question. How did the immigration?
Because they have his passport, right?
They had his passports because apparently he got to the airport, tested positive, yeah, and then he had to go to AH Hotel, which is the quarantine. But he then left, did some media tours, did the concert, did whatever he wanted to do, and then when he was leaving, he was going to fetch his passport from the immigration, because obviously if they quarantine so that you don't run away or you don't misbehave, they'll take your passport so that you come back to them. So when he went, that's when he was allegedly arrested. So how did they get his passport?
Yeah, because if you're fine and you're just coming through, they wouldn't keep your passport.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, anyway, maybe we'll have a conversation with Kwame Rasta and see how he explains that. That should be interesting.
Yeah, how did they get his passport?
Yeah, how did they get his passport? Okay.
All right.
Anything interesting? Anything else?
Invest in cybersecurity. That is from Dr. Ichiboy Sako. Okay. COVID. Okay, I can't really see that one.
COVID. US takes isolation time for asymptomatic.
Oh, okay, yeah. So from 10 days to 5 days.
Yes.
So now it's 5 days.
Also because the airlines were really complaining about the 10-day the 10-day isolation, because it was actually affecting their staff a lot. Not just because of asymptomatic, but I think if you come into contact with somebody, they wanted you to kind of wait and then do the test over the period of days to see if you had it and all of that. So affecting businesses. But that's what COVID does. It really does affect businesses and travel and all of that. Okay, so the headline is actually US halves isolation time for asymptomatic infections. Okay, Benjamin Arthur heads Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. Congratulations, Desmond Tutu. He passed away.
So he was
a committed human rights
leader. Yeah,
according to African Man of the Year,
Mr.
President Akufo-Addo. Yes, please.
That's right.
Honorable. Yeah. In fact, let me use this opportunity to fight with the president. So you had a dinner, you didn't invite me.
Hey.
Me, that I'm always not talking for you and then I mean, like, who does that? Our relationship is on very, very shaky.
Hey.
I'm not singing my mind day for you anymore. What am I singing?
Mr. President, please.
Mr. President, you must rectify that.
You must do the right thing.
As soon as possible.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, so we lost Desmond Tutu a few days ago. May his soul rest in peace. Okay, so let's go to the BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. Okay, can't really see that headline.
So we also have Desmond Tutu
US
again,
and France,
remembered by his daughter as a hugger.
A hugger. Oh.
Yeah, I saw one video. I was watching one video where he was with I forgot the gentleman's name, but he's a monk. He's like a really famous monk, and like he was a very touchy person, and he was just so like. It was so beautiful.
So,
yeah,
hugging.
So hugging and loving, and
he's like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So US and France report record COVID daily case rises. US officials said it was possible figures were an overestimate due to reporting delays.
Okay.
Okay, if you say so. Other stories, Maxwell jury to meet every day. Maxwell jury to meet every day because of COVID. How's it going with those grand COP26 commitments? Oh yeah, so the climate change conference thingy that happened a few weeks ago, they had all these, things that they wanted to do and stuff. So I'm guessing this article is about, how that is going. Then Hong Kong police raid news website's office, okay? So that's what's happening in the world. What about sports? Sports, business, entertainment. Somebody died yesterday. Somebody was telling me about Tiger Booty.
Oh, yeah. X-rated model. I have that article right now. Somebody just sent it to me. X-rated American model found dead in a hotel in Accra, Ghana. And I mean, news and... Okay, so let me just read a bit about this. So circumstances surrounding the death of Tiger Booty, the popular exotic model, renowned on X-rated platforms, remain unclear as no authority in Ghana has been able to provide any credible information on the case yet. So some people are calling us, were saying that it's suicide, but then a friend said, no, it actually wasn't a suicide. There's some foul play here. And she was just really upset that people say that, oh, she might have killed herself. But however, Ghana Web has been able to gather a few details as we know them now. Reported by international news portals, it was gathered the model was here in the country, in Ghana, to be a call girl after having been sponsored by a rich Ghanaian and flown into the country for a luxurious vacation during the Christmas holidays. Yeah. So on December 5th this year, she tried to, she tweeted at the official Twitter handle of the US Embassy, said, please check your DM. We don't know what exactly she was asking them to check or what she sent, but she asked them to check the US Embassy's DM, and yeah, unfortunately she passed away a few days after that.
I see.
Yeah.
Very interesting story. It's okay. Let's go back to the BBC and do some top stories from there. Okay, sports. Let's do some sports. Liverpool beaten at Leicester as Salah has penalty saved. I could hear this match in the background yesterday as I was falling asleep. But yeah, sorry, Liverpool. Okay. I am not going to do propaganda against Liverpool this morning. I am not going to do that. I'll leave that for Muftal. He'll come and do all the sports. Maradona's brother, Hugo, dies at 52. Man City's Torres joins Barcelona. No January real move for Mbappe. Wednesday's football. Oh yeah, we thought that Mbappe was going to be moving somewhere. So, like I said, Muftal is going to bring us all the football, all the football news. So maybe let's go to Al Jazeera as well, see what's happening out there in the world. Hong Kong police raid this news website, pro-democracy stand news outlet, and arrest 6 people. WHO says Omicron risk very high. Europe faces COVID surge.
And also, remember, it's winter.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very high because of the cold. I remember in June, July, South Africa, the cases were rising like crazy because it was winter and it was cold. So sometimes you probably just have flu from the cold.
And then, but then you're immunosuppressed because you have a cold,
and then you're more likely to get the COVID.
Speaking of the cold, is it strange how the Harmattan seems to have gone?
Has it?
Hasn't it?
No.
Really?
No.
I've been around, I haven't felt it. I mean, it rained 2 days ago, and then it's kind of not been. You remember last week, Sunday, we woke up to proper Harmattan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Actually, it's not as hectic as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. It's not as hectic. Because I went to the mountains a couple of weeks ago and Chile. Because, Chile, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was, yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing for us if it's going to get hotter in terms of COVID-19.
Let's hope so.
And not being cold. Okay, other stories on Al Jazeera. Russian court orders closure of leading rights group memorial. Egypt digitally unwraps mummy of Pharaoh. Oh, how do you digitally? Okay, I get that.
You digitally
unwrap by digitally unwrapping. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's see how that was done. Okay, we'll bring you that. Since time IPO lands Chinese professor 3.4 billion fortune. I want to land in some fortune. How do you do that?
You
create something.
You create something or you marry into fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the creating might take a while.
The marrying,
not so much. Not so much.
I don't know, they say that money marries money.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I mean, so it's like, you know what they say, that don't marry for money, but you two go where money is and marry for love.
And then you find love.
Find love
where money. Yeah. Wow, Maps. Yeah. I haven't heard that.
Well, I'm telling you.
I really.
Don't marry for love, No, don't marry for money. But go where the money is.
And find love
and
there.
marry for love.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Matthias. Let's see what else is happening on. Actually, maybe why don't we go back to myjoyonline.com and then we could find some other interesting stuff that's happening there. We're really sorry this morning. There are no newspapers, so we're kind of just trying to do a digital online review. Okay, so yeah, I did think there were lots more stories. Emirates cancels flights to Ghana indefinitely. That story there as well. CD depreciates 9%, 3% on retail interbank market. There's stuff on the economy.
Let's go to the entertainment page. Something more exciting to wake our viewers up.
I'm going to leave that for you
and not depress us. Thank you very much. The Takrade masquerade thing was really nice.
Yeah. Omicron.
Oh, we are spreading it. But you see, here's the thing. They were wearing masks at the masquerade. What I said. So
Really?
they weren't wearing, maybe your, what's that, your normal mask. But they were wearing your somewhat masks, your face masks.
They are not medically approved
But
masks.
they are masks, please. Thank you very much.
I see. I don't know.
And what's his name? Kofi Kanata had a fantastic show.
I did see that trending.
Yeah.
And he performed.
Yeah,
he performed the Made in Tadi.
Yeah,
he's brilliant. I mean, whichever way you look at it. So I can imagine that it was really good. So that was, you went last year, I remember.
No, 2 years ago.
It was 2 years that you went?
2019. Yeah, before the COVID.
Really?
Yeah, before the COVID.
I know why I thought it was last year, because I remember so well, you and Kamala.
Oh, we had a fantastic time.
Yeah, you and Kamala.
We had a fantastic time.
Okay, so that's what happened in Takrade. That story, Bini Man tested negative. We'll try and speak to Kwame Rasta on that so that we can clarify.
On that, yeah. We also have Spider-Man, No Way Home becomes first pandemic-era film to top $1 billion. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it, but I've seen Zendaya and her boyfriend, right? I've seen some of the interviews.
Okay.
I've seen some of the quotes as well, but I haven't. Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
But also, you can go to like Silverbird for the experience.
The last time I went to Silverbird, I slept.
Okay.
Yes.
What movie were you going to watch?
Management. And we went to watch a management movie.
Okay.
Was it Rambo? Okay. I was just tired though, So I was
but management wanted us to
I'm
go.
here for the cuddle, so I'll cuddle and sleep, and then you can watch. So me and Silverbird, I just sleep.
Okay.
Does anybody else do that? Like go to the cinema and genuinely try and watch a movie and just falls asleep?
No.
Yeah, no. I feel like other people do that.
No.
Eat the popcorn, fall asleep.
Festival of Plays. Have you watched
Festival of Plays? Not yet. I haven't been. I'm going to go this coming weekend. I think it's 3 plays done already, so 3 more. If I'm right. The Devil's Wife, Blackmail, and then The Secret Code of Wives. So that's coming up this weekend at the National Theatre. So yeah, I think that's about it for My Joy Online for entertainment. Unless we wanted to do like a review of the concerts and Wilderland and Afrochella and all of those things. So no,
I think we also had to be there to actually.
You didn't actually go around much this Christmas.
No, I didn't. I was resting. I was reflecting. I was just tired, honestly.
Fear of Omicron.
Yeah, but I was also just really tired.
FOO.
Like I just didn't have usually I have the vim, the energy. I was exhausted. So
you stayed home.
So I stayed home.
One thing that I really missed that I was really obsessed about was the Samini concert. Because I really wanted to go to that.
And it was really amazing.
I hear it was really amazing.
Yeah, apparently it was amazing. I saw videos, I saw pictures. It was really good.
But that's the thing about Samini. He's an amazing performer.
Samini, Stoneboy, also his concert was great. And yeah, I think that's all I can think of.
Then of course Made in Tadi,
Kofi Kinata.
that was also that was also good. So interesting Christmas. Of course, I mean underlying all of these concerts and all the fun that we're having is the fear of COVID. And what that's going to mean.
But do people still fear COVID? I don't think so.
I think people have forgotten.
People are tired, honestly. It's like Chale, if I get it, I get it.
I see. So if I die, I die. we're feeling a little bit invincible, you know that, like,
you can be in your car with your seatbelt on and still die.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think, like I said, we've also forgotten, because last year, January, like Ghana, we were sad, because people were like legit dying.
Yeah.
You know? So let's not get into it, you know, it's COVID, it's like whatever. Let's not do that. So stay safe out there, wear your masks, wash your hands, sanitize,
vaccinate.
And if you don't have to go out, don't go out. The thing about not going out, you know, is that forget COVID, you won't spend money. January is 656 days.
This is not the first January we're experiencing. It is not the last January we're experiencing. This is
don't listen to maps.
Listen.
Don't listen to maps.
Enjoy your life, okay?
Don't listen to maps.
It's not the first January.
Children are reopening in January. It's
not the first
academic year. You're going to buy textbooks, uniforms, socks, shoes, singlets. Should I give you the shopping list for your children? You don't want to spend too much in December. You have...
So there's this tweet, right? So this is not the first January you have lived through as a working man or woman. The next January too, you'll survive. Spend all your salary. Don't let anyone say January is long, blah, 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 blah.
Have you seen the, there's another meme about January that says that take a picture of, make sure you take a lot of selfies this Christmas. So that after the new year, when you go and look at your bank accounts, then you can look through your pictures and see how you spend your money.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not lending any money. This January, those of us who haven't chilled, please.
We're not.
Stay in your house. You see the person that is saying.
Oh no, media, I won't. Oh no, please.
So anyway, make good decisions. That's what I say. That's it for our makeshift online news review. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the sports will be coming up, and then after that, we'll get into our conversations. Remember, we have AM Business first of all. And then,
culture.
Yes.
You know, we're expecting 150,000 tourists.
We were.
Yes, we were. I don't know how that looks. We'll find out from the...
In fact, you know, speaking of tourists, I've been seeing some very, very, very fine bogus around.
Tell me about it.
Oh, my God.
Tell me about it.
Like, you know, just...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We haven't seen them all.
Why? No, we are not going. Home. Yeah, we are talking about fine bogus. Please give us a minute. Yes.
So why are these bogus?
Well, I mean, so East Legon.
Okay.
You know, there's this coffee shop that I frequent.
Okay.
And the past few days, I've kind of just sat in my car, you know, and just sip the coffee and just appreciate God's glory, you know, in bogus. You know, you can identify them by their white t-shirts and the joggers and I think when they come, they rent cars. So, you know, they are driving the BMs and the Benzes and they're doing that. Yeah, can I have this? Can I have coffee?
Yeah.
Can I have like, oh, I see.
Oh, God.
Your Sainsbury and your Walmart jobs are waiting for you to go and stock shelves. What come and hearing us with your pounds and your dollars? We do.
Oh, we do.
We do.
All right. Anyway.
But the exchange rate, though, is so bad. The city is doing so badly.
Terrible. Oh, Charlie.
That, you know.
That
people are coming to town with 1,000 pounds is like almost 9,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And just flexing. Because our city is doing so badly.
Terrible.
So badly. And then you'll hear the economists come and analyze that, you know, year on year, inflation on inflation is doing better. All we have to say is that the money, when it is not in our pockets, we don't understand anything else.
Yeah. Once it's out, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Anyways, we're taking a break. We're going to come back. We're going to bring you the sports and then we'll continue with our conversation. It's Maps and I on the AM show. Stay tuned in.
Just how far can prayer take the Black Stars to finally claim the ultimate at the African Cup of Nations? Well, a member of parliament for Nsawam Edraji constituency, Frank Anodampre, says prayer alone will not aid Ghana to the success we are seeking for. And also, we'll be hearing from Wilfred Kweku Osei, who is a former management committee chairman of the Black Stars. He says that the current crop of players are not good enough to end Ghana's 40 years of wait to win the competition. And in the English Premier League, Liverpool have gone 6 points behind Manchester City after losing 1-0 to Leicester in the competition. Good morning, everyone. I am Muftau Nabila Abdullah, and this is AM Sports. The Member of Parliament for Nsawam Eduajiri constituency, Frank Anodompre, has noted that prayer alone are not enough to aid the success of the team in the competition. According to him, Ghana has failed to change its model of football administration since the 1980s, saying the failure weakened the standard of domestic competition, making it difficult to build a winning team.
The factors, the variables involved in sport development from the 80s have changed. But we have failed to change accordingly. Our best players are being attracted outside the jurisdiction. That is weakens the local competition we have in our country. Why are they leaving? What are the measures we have in place to at least put some control in that instance where they just leave the shores and we don't get that needed quality? And the same people come and say that our football is not up to standard, and we are all out there desiring to watch football from other jurisdictions, the Premiership, the Bundesliga, La Liga, and Co. It's all because we've not employed and impacted the conscious policy to guide it. So, Speaker, the Minister talks about prayer. Yes, we will pray for the team. But let's not overly depend on spirituality. We must train. Let's train, employ the rightful tactics, get the rightful scouts, and let the team be ready. Currently, Minister, our team, the various departments of our national team, the senior national team, I know there are particular department of the national team that has a challenge. And I'm sure, Minister, that is also not lost on you. Can we focus on ensuring that the critical department of our senior national team is enhanced? That is important. Recently, I was reading news portal of some strikers in Italy and other parts of the world, Ghanaian footballers who are doing very well. Is it the case that we have shut our doors and we don't open it wide enough to allow these Ghanaian players to come and show what they can show as a team? That is a matter that we need to look at if indeed we want to perform and put up one of the spirited performers of the AFCON. Then we should look at that.
Still on the Black Stars and their participation in the African Cup of Nations to be staged in Cameroon next year, a former management committee chairman of the senior national team, Wilfred Kweku Osei, affectionately called Palmer, doubts the current crop of Black Stars players are good enough to end Ghana's 40 years of wait to win the competition. Speaking to Joy Sports, Palmer noted that the players do not compete at the highest level against their peers.
I vouch for Ghana so far as the AFCON is concerned. But if I'm not wearing my national colors or hat, I will tell you that's a Herculean task for us to achieve. This is how I've done my analysis over the period. To win the AFCON, you need the caliber of players playing at a certain level in Europe, particularly English Premiership. Just juxtapose that on what Mo Salah is doing for Liverpool in England, what Mane is doing for Liverpool you have Mendy doing for Chelsea in England. It should clearly tell you that, but for Partey, none of our players will be playing at a certain level, even Arsenal.
But we have Daniel Mate there.
Leicester. But when you do comparative analysis of what the stride or the trail that these people are blazing in these lakes. We come next, we don't get close to them. You look at Nigeria, I was surprised to see them struggle. So I was very direct. The technical director or the coach could not give them what they are looking for. I wasn't surprised when finally I was told he's been sacked. Ghana is always capable of doing anything.
Still on the Black Stars, reports have emerged that AS Roma's youngster Felix Afenajan will not be joining the senior national team for preparations for the African Cup of Nations. Well, before the team left the shores of the country to Qatar, Doha, specifically for their preparations, head coach Milovan Rajvaj had said he expected Felix Afenajan to join the team. We hear from Milo, who says he still anticipates that the youngster will join the team.
Imamo vremena sad, tako da smo ga pozvali na listu.
First question, Felix Afenajan is on the list because he's showing a lot of potential and he's trying to establish himself in his club, and we want to have him here, so we will see what is going to happen. This is a chance for him to get to know the others and to understand the requirements and to become the part of the Black Stars. So he's on the list, so let's wait and see. You know, we expect him to come.
In every major competition, the Black Stars or any of the national teams in the country is participating. It is more of a tradition to employ supporters to throw their weight behind that senior national team. Well, in the African Cup of Nations that starts on January 9, Cabinet has approved a number of supporters to join the Black Stars and throw their weight behind them to ensure that Ghana wins the competition. That's the information Joy Sports have picked. Well, a former Minister of Youth and Sports, Neil Lante van der Poel, has called on the Minister of Youth and Sports and the government in general to ensure that supporters who are going to Cameroon for the competition are not party supporters. He wants everyone who is a Ghanaian to be given an opportunity of showing their weight behind the senior national team.
If it will happen that we are organizing supporters to go and cheer them on, partisanship must not be the basis. We must organize ourselves in such a way that the whole nation will swarm behind the team. The other side, I want to say that realistically, Mr. Speaker, we must tell the handlers of our national team that it is not about having a team called Black Stars. It's about genuinely picking the people who will do well for this country.
It is unclear how the ministry will be deploying or allocating the number of spectators to the various constituencies to fly to Cameroon for the competition. But what we can report authoritatively is that Cabinet has approved that supporters should be taken to the African Cup of Nations. We wrap up AM Sports here. I am Muftar Nabila Abdullahi. Tomorrow we have an exclusive story to share with you. I would leave that up for today. Thanks very much for your company. You can head on to myjoyonline.com and read some more sports stories. We appreciate your company this morning.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the AM show. My name is Anima Animado. I'm doing this with Mapitso Sabidi this morning. Okay, so earlier on I was telling you about this conversation that we're going to have, end-of-year prophecies. Police service wounds men of God. A few days ago, a statement was released cautioning us to be careful about how we're going to come out with some prophecies, especially considering that it's almost the end of the year. Some prophecies that, you know, may put some fear and panic in some people, especially the death prophecies. So we just want to have a conversation on that. And joining us this morning is the former General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana, Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunipong. Good morning, Reverend.
Let me say good morning to your cherished viewers.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And we trust the good Lord to lead us into the new year.
Amen. Amen. So I trust that you've seen the statement that was released by the Ghana Police Service. Well, what were your initial thoughts, or how did you feel about it when you first saw the statement?
Yeah, let me thank you for the opportunity and say that I plead with colleague men of God, church leaders, pastors, prophets, that we must support the effort of the Ghana Police Service to respond to the current religious abuses and the religious excesses that we are witnessing in our country in the name of spiritual gifts. I must say that this is a very existential challenge that have been with us. Church leaders over the years have made several efforts on our own to respond to the challenge, which has not been easy for us. There have been several engagements with state agencies, with government. At a point, even church leaders were calling for laws to respond to the challenge. And we were told in meetings that we have enough laws in this country. We don't need new laws. And what it seems to me the Ghana Police Service is doing is to activating existing law in responding to the abuses in our churches towards our church members and others. And we give the Ghana Police Service our full support. Okay. So there's a cross-section of religious leaders who believe that, okay, yes, this is good, and we should be mindful in the way that we're putting out prophecies and all of that. But obviously, there's also a cross-section of religious leaders and people who have influence who may not think that this is something that the state should interfere in. I mean, we know that there's always some sort of what should I put it? Maybe a bit of a disagreement between church and state. Is this one of the situations, where you feel like your hands are tied because, you may think, okay, this is a good thing and let's adhere to it. But what about those who don't? What about those who are actually, gearing up for the sensationalism that comes with mentioning the names of people who are going to die or giving prophecies about doom and stuff like that, in the coming year? What do we do about that? We have seriously considered the content of the police statement, and they are not giving any impression that pastors, church leaders, prophets should not prophesy. As we are having this conversation, if I have a message, if I have prophecy, I'm free to give. Okay. So the police service is not saying stop prophesying today, tomorrow, 31st, whenever. No. What they are saying is, as I have the freedom to live my faith as a Ghanaian, I must also consider that the same constitution provides certain freedoms and rights for other people. So be mindful of other people's rights. For instance, we have instances where people who are not even members of our churches, you sit here somewhere and you hear so and so this year you would die, you will be shot, you would die in lorry accident. The person is not even a member of your church. And whatever the situation may be, even that person deserves some level of privacy, And we have had instances where people, in the name of, again, prophecy, some young people have been so violent, destroying property. So let us understand the content of what the police service is saying. Do what the constitution of this country wants you to do. But in the process, be mindful that other people also must have space. Maybe here, I will also plead with the Ghana Police Service that in enforcing the law, they should remain within the limit of the law so that they don't give any semblance of religious persecution, that they don't give anybody impression that they want to hide behind the law to torment some religious people. Aside that, we must respect the right of other people. I want to admit, we have over the years have abuses of some innocent people in our churches. And that is why I'll keep saying that the church must fully support the effort of the Ghana Police Service.
Okay. Reverend Opunipong, there's something that's always been on my mind over the past few years.
we've seen prophets come out and say a lot of things publicly. Now, I've always wondered why we have not opted for the private route, you know, especially when we're talking to people who are influential or celebrities and stuff. Can you, I mean, I don't even know if I should be asking you, but, you know, really just trying to understand, you know, can you maybe put some sort of light on why some of these prophecies are made so publicly as opposed to, you know, made privately and out of the glare of the public eye?
My dear sister, let me say that prophecy and the prophetic ministry is as old as the church. In fact, start reading from the Old Testament, and there were prophets, and there were prophecy and the prophetic ministry. So, and in this country, prophet and prophetic ministry have been with us. Some churches have been, I'm a Presbyterian, and the Presbyterian church has been around for almost 200 years. Church of Pentecost and others have been around. Prophecies have been given. In fact, if we can even situate this conversation on the 31st December night, we have been having 31st December services. How many years? It is in the past 10, 15 years that we started witnessing a phenomenon where 31st December night especially, some men of God will go out. In fact, sometimes it's even difficult to call it prophecy. Predictions. You know, especially when we're around elections. A party A will win, party B will lose. And then we move from elections and it went to call them celebrities or popular people. This one will die. And now we reach a point where even people who are not Christian, for instance, if somebody is or people say Muslim, he doesn't even believe in us and our Lord and Jesus and our message. So if even you give prophecy, it must be prophecy that will bring conversion and all that. You know, then you start hearing so will die. So over the years, yes, prophecy, if it's talking about morality, values, we are drifting, we are being disobedient to God, can be in public. If it's general, if it affects all of us, God is saying, Ghana, we are oppressing people, we are suppressing people, church people have become disobedient. Such things, such prophecy can go public. But if it's on a known person, if I know you, look at the Bible. When David was misbehaving, the prophet went to him. There are several of such that the Lord will send the prophet to the individual. At the moment, that is what we are talking about. That do your ministry as a prophet, but respect the public image of other people, the safety, the security, the peace, the religious harmony. We should not take people for granted. My colleague, men and women of God, let us do our ministry. But let us respect the people that God has given to us. Don't let us trample over them. We have not bought them. Jesus paid the price for them. So in serving people, young and old, rich and poor, you know, always respect them because Jesus does. The Lord we serve, love and respect the people he's serving. And pastors should not behave as if we own our church members and those we minister to. Respect is the key. Honor, human dignity. Our church members deserve that. Let's give to them.
Is the Christian Council maybe considering putting in place some sort of penalty or some sort of disciplinary action for prophets and pastors who go against this directive by the Ghana Police Service outside of what the Ghana Police Service may decide to do?
My sister, is yes and no. We have various Christian fraternities. We have the body you just mentioned, Christian Council of Ghana. Now that body brings some churches like the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Methodist Church, Baptist, YIP, Evangelical Presbyterian Church, Salvation Army, many more, Anglican Church. Now within such fraternity, and we also have the Ghana Pentecostal Charismatic Councils and many more. Now, if you belong to, say, Ghana Pentecostal Charismatic Council, that brings Church of Pentecost, Assemblies of God, Christ Apostolic, and others. If you belong to any of this fraternity and you go a certain tangent, like the things we are talking about, yes, the answer is yes. Then within that fraternity, you will have to explain to your peers. And if you are not able to convince them, they can even sanction you. They can just tell you, you can't continue this way and remain part of us. Unfortunately, let me say unfortunately, the laws of our country allow people to associate and also be free not to associate. So you can't force any church or any leader that join Christian Council or join Ghana Pentecostal. Why we have freedom to associate, we also have freedoms not to associate. Now that is where the challenge is. So you have several of our colleagues who don't belong to any outside fraternities. In that case, our peer review in terms of best practices, you can extend, fine, if you extend to them and they want to respect you, but they can decide not to listen to you. And if they go that way, they have not broken any law. Again, some of them have lawyers who are guiding them. That why should Christian Council force itself on you? You are a Ghanaian, the Constitution gives you space to do whatever you want to do. And so they have some foundation that will not allow, say, Christian Council of Ghana to extend any sometimes even when you are admonishing them, they can tell you we won't listen because we are not part of you. It's a very complex thing. We have tried over the years, the period that I serve as Christian Council of Ghana, we've sent even memo to Parliament and all that. The heads of churches in Ghana have done enough, but my sister, I will admit publicly that we were not succeeding. And that is why the intervention of the Ghana Police Service is very welcome.
Okay, I'm going to let you go soon, but permit me to veer off this topic just briefly. The Ghana Health Service has directed or offered some advice about the 31st services that are going to be happening on Friday, about possibly taking it outside or going online. Now, this morning, when we were having this conversation, I said that sometimes I feel like the churches are sometimes the first group of people that we kind of jump on or jump at and say, you know, but church is this and church is that. And yet over Christmas, there have been so many concerts and so many events. How do we find that balance, you know, between making sure that as the church and as the beacon of hope and light and all things that are supposed to be good, you know, we set an example, but also that we don't become victimized or become like the scapegoats so that everybody can kind of misbehave and do whatever they want over Christmas in terms of going out and chilling and having fun. But when it comes to 31st nights, you know, then we're supposed to say, okay, we're going to have online service or we're going to have to, you know, lower the numbers and all of that. I mean, in the first place, how does that make you feel? How the church has been treated in terms of COVID-19 and also what the expectations are of the church for 31st night service, which is by far one of the most major services of the Christian calendar.
Yeah, my sister, when it comes to matters of morality and ethics, the church and people of faith must always set higher standards. When we are dealing with morality, when we are dealing with ethical values, the church must always set higher standards. So if even somebody wouldn't want to do the right thing, the church must give example. But I must say that our political leaders have not given us good example, public, you know, in terms of public activity. Our political leaders have not given us good example. The things they have said again and again, they have not practiced them, especially when they are attending their political party and members' funerals. What we have witnessed, they don't relate with the kind of admonition we have heard again and again. And it's very worrying. Moving forward, if our political leaders will demonstrate best example of the things they are telling us, we will be very encouraged to do more. But the church cannot also hide behind whatever other people, the mistakes other people are saying. Now, let me say, COVID is real and it is bad. Sister, as we speak right now, some countries are on lockdown. Netherlands, in fact, some cities, about 30 million people in China, lockdown. You look at what is happening in Europe and other places. Countries that have excellent science and medicine are struggling. Look at us. You see, so if open air activities will help church members, why not? If I pray and hope that nobody should come to church, go home with a COVID. You know, the church should be a safer place. But let me touch briefly on mandatory vaccine. I started receiving vaccine when I was in elementary school. Those days, they brought some heavy, and my shoulders here, I have the scars are still there. We've been taking vaccine how many years? Children, polio, whatever. Now there are people who are resisting vaccine in the name. In fact, some places they say even you go for the vaccine, when it's election time 2024, your mind will change. You'll be forced to vote for people. Let us accept the vaccine. When we were not having vaccine, church people were praying. I have been to prayer meeting where we were praying that God give us intervention. Now we have the vaccine and people are also going around that we should not take the vaccine. I'm not very comfortable with the approach on mandatory vaccine or vaccination. I have seen a video from our airport where they were forcing injection on somebody. I feel it's not fair. Over the years, we have been having injection without forcing anybody. Why should we force a vaccine on people all because of COVID? Let us do education more. Let us encourage people to accept. Here, faith leaders, we can play a role, and our political leaders must show good example. Because there are people who don't believe COVID is real because of some of the things we have seen from our leaders when they attend political party activities and funerals. Let's give them good example. Ghanaians must take the vaccine willingly, not being forced. So why we need people to be vaccinated, I'm very uncomfortable with the mandatory, which will start somewhere within the week. And the video I watched forcing somebody on the floor of airport for vaccine, I'm not sure we should go there because we have been taking vaccine how many years? Why should people be forced, to receive injection because of COVID?
Okay, well, thank you for that. Very interesting thoughts there. I'm going to let you go, Reverend Opunipong. But before you go, though, and this is my last question, I'm leading up to the end of the year and looking into 2022. What do you feel in your meditations with God? What do you feel is really on the heart of God or on his mind for his people for 2022?
If you look at this year, 2021, Ghana, we have had our ups and downs. But through it all, for us to be where we are, we must be grateful. We must be a grateful nation. We have our challenges, but we must focus on the positive side of life. Now, moving into the future, I'm a servant of the gospel. Now, when the wise people were looking for Jesus, scripture says that God gave them a star to guide them. Now, at that time, they were in the bush. They were on the far away in the forest. But when they came to Bethlehem, it's like now we have moved away from the desert, from bush, from darkness. We've come to the city. Instead of following the star, they moved to the palace. Now, when they went there, they destroyed some innocent babies. Scripture says children, boys, 2 years below were all killed. Moving into the future, Ghana must have national priorities. We must have national values. We must be guided by the passion, the things of God, and the pain our people are going through. The recent experiences we have witnessed in Parliament, if we continue like that, we will not get enough for this country and its people. Ghana must be a country that gives opportunity to all, especially our young people. Ghana must give hope to the hopeless. It's like sometimes our leaders want to pursue their comfort. Article 71, they don't fight. Why? But when we are talking about unemployment, poverty, roads, they fight, and even fight sometimes media people who are just telling us the realities on the ground. People who are reflecting the realities are being attacked. But when they are fighting on Article 71, it's like nothing is at stake. We need our loans. We pray that moving into the future, sacrifice must be the guiding principle. National priorities, national values, a nation that gives priority to its members, especially Ghanaian youth. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make this dear nation great and strong.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with us and your heart. Thank you so much. And have a fantastic day and a happy new year to you.
John,
all right.
God keep you for the coming year.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunipong, Executive Director, Alliance for Christian Advocacy Africa, and former General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana. All right, let's move on now. Let's go to do our AM business, courtesy of EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Now, Ghana's culture and the arts will be positioned as a key investment, attractive venture in 2022 with the aim of targeting in excess of 1 million cedis per annum. Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Yofi Grant, tells Joy Business this decision is premised on the huge demand for Ghana's culture and the arts by the diaspora. He spoke at the Taste of Ghana 2.0 Durbar at the forecourt of the State House in Accra, of which features on today's edition of AM Business.
The best of Ghana's culture was displayed at the Taste of Ghana 2.0 organized by the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Here at the forecourt of the State House, I got attracted to some young entrepreneurs who are breaking barriers with the artistic products.
So I'm currently at the collection of a 16-year-old boy who was doing all these stuff by himself. What motivated him, and what exactly is the message he's trying to tell through the use of symbols in his, attires? You're just 16 years and you're into clothing already. What informed your decision to enter into the clothing line?
Okay, so my name is Tobai Ansah. I'm 16 years old. I'm a Britishly born Ghanaian, and so in the UK, I'm also homeschooled. So my parents encouraged us to have our own business and so forth. So I like work on my hands. So I first started with bow ties.
So you do these things yourself?
Yeah, so I made them myself. So I first started with these about 2 years ago, and then I was looking to go into fashion wear, so like t-shirts and tracksuits and so forth. And then I was hoping to do that there, but then it didn't work out. So then when we came here, I was able to do an apprenticeship and learn how to make them all myself. So I was able to make them all myself. So I now make different jackets.
All right. And I see a symbol here. What does this symbol mean?
So my business name is called Nketa, which means heritage. And in Igbo, so my mom's Nigerian Igbo, so that's where I got that from. And then my logo is the a remake of the Sankofa symbol. And so I was originally going to use the Sankofa as my name, but it was too common. So when I was going to do like the website development, it would be too common. So that's where I got it from.
Just like Nketa Designs, which was birthed by this ambitious 16-year-old entrepreneur, I encountered a British-born Ghanaian called Lamore, whose dream it is to sell the local language to her friends and audience in the diaspora. At just 18 years, Lamore has ventured into the business of book publications as a transformative entrepreneur. I took a seat to listen to her story.
It's a new product, and the first book, FMM at the Market, is the only one that I've sold in the UK so far. And that one we sold almost 1,000 in the space of about 6 months. So it was people were quite receptive as well with their story. There's a need for those kind of books, and people are starting to recognize that need, and that's why it filled that gap.
So we're going to be walking through some of the sentences in the book, and you helped me understand where the three languages lie, and you made the translations for me.
So the table was filled with buckets of bright red tomatoes, and a lady wearing a head wrap was swatting some flies with a handkerchief. Machi, good morning. That's
So I see the tree one there.
Mama greeted the lady. Good morning, the lady replied. Mpaucho, mipe, tomatoes, 10 cedis. So she's asking for tomatoes, saying, please, I would like some tomatoes. The lady picked up a bucket and sorted through the fruit, swapping some with others. She then packaged them into a bright blue plastic bag and handed it to Mama, who in turn paid and said, Medasi, just thank you.
That's so clever. So how are your mates and your peers and those in the diaspora catching on with this language?
People say they like it because I have a glossary at the back as well for translation. But I think they like it. Yeah. But Ghanaians especially, they've liked it as well, especially when the grandparents have brought it to read to their grandchildren as well. They're able to translate it and to say it more naturally and stuff like that.
This year's Taste of Ghana 2.0 was heavily patronized by Ghanaians home and abroad. From tasty meals to attractive made-in-Ghana products, the event speaks to the country's untapped billion-dollar indigenous art and crafts market.
I've worked the market and realized that most people just do normal stuff, but when you look at the quality of the stuff that I use cloth from, the cloth is called the mat cloth, which is coming from Mali and Burkina most of the time, together with baule and indigo fabrics. And realize that this fabric suits most of the people from the diaspora, and they love it. And obviously that's the reason why I had to go rebranding, just to touch base and to meet those specific markets. And I must say that since I started this rebranding in April, it's gone well. April this year, it's gone well. And I must say that it's a pretty good venture. I decided to actually leverage on GIPC because I realized that number one, I will actually meet more people, also get to leverage on the market, meet both local people, and to also spread my tentacles as far as my business is concerned.
Hi, so my name is Bando, and I'm an artist. I love to paint, and my paintings evoke serenity, calmness, you know, chill vibes. So yeah, that's why I came today.
I can see that for myself, but what particular, situation has COVID-19 landed you in this year that made it so difficult to come up with a painting?
I mean, to be honest, I have been able to be more creative, because the times that I've spent at home, not going out, has given me enough time to come up with creative pieces. So it's been good to me. I mean, yeah, in a good way, yeah.
Indeed, the coronavirus pandemic depressed world economies, but then it gave Ghanaian entrepreneurs some leverage to show the world what they've got. You may have heard that Ghana is home to one of the best meals in the world. Here's proof. Colorfully displayed meals with a touch of marketable potential.
At the event place of SERS event, where they have excellently displayed several meals and drinks from the Ghanaian culture.
Most of them are saying the asana is very nice and all. So we know, how do you even call it?
It's healthy, right? Medicine.
Yeah, it's made with corn too. Yeah, so we make it at home, then we serve. So if you need asana, then we order to your house, and we also put up stands and all. Yeah. So
that's great. So can I have a taste? Can I have a sip of that and see how best that's going to taste for me? You don't just have the asana, but you have other meals as well. And I believe you're going to walk me through. Anyone going to walk me through the meals you have here? All right. So let me have the drink first, then we get to check out the other parts of well. This is all part of the initiative by the GIPC to sell made-in-Ghana products. Of course, they're selling all these products in the wake of the scourge of COVID-19, which has battered the industry, Ghana's local market industry here. And they are very confident as that. So this is Asana, right?
This is the Asana. And we also have, this is the Sobolo.
That's a bizarre, Sobolo. Yeah. Where does Sobolo come from?
I think Sobolo too. The other name for Sobolo is also Bisab. For the Fantis, they call it Bisab. And if you come to Accra, a lot of people call it Sobolo. Yeah.
So basically, we have local snacks. We have kube cake, nkati cake, adakwa, kube toffee, and plantain chips with gizzard, chicken with pepper.
Where do these things come from?
Ghana.
So you are a caterer who deals in local dishes. What message do you have for Ghanaians out there? They need to consume made in Ghana food. What message do you have for them?
Well, all I have to tell them that they should advertise or they should sell more of Ghanaian products. They are nutritious and they are very nice.
Coronavirus pandemic has had a toll on global tourism. With flights cancelled and tourists far away, Ghana's tourism sector had to find some innovative ways to stay afloat. Domestic tourism has since attracted thousands of revelers at a market value of about 2 billion cedis, according to the Tourism Authority.
Things that we saw on the TV, the things that we've researched over the past couple of years, does live up to the expectation, you know. The food definitely lives up to the expectation.
I can imagine. But, you know, the whole thing about the African, you know, and in the diaspora having to embrace the culture, How is it, welcoming you, especially when you're parents of 3?
It's very welcoming. We actually have like a YouTube channel, Blackmore TV, and we talk a lot about diasporans coming over, experiencing the culture, getting to know it. So for ourselves, we were like, well, we can't keep telling people we don't come experience it ourselves.
Without coming to all right, so we decided to come to the continent and show our channel, our subscribers, our followers, exactly the things that we're talking about. And this event is a perfect
example of it. It's just everything embraces culture. Over there, the children have been experiencing playing with other children, leadership, all of it. And we're looking forward to the artists. Honestly, it's just everything in one spot.
But the elephant in the room now, literally, is how best we can commercialize what we have as our owners, Ghanaians and even Africans. What message do you have there for stakeholders when it comes to commercializing art of African descent?
I'm a great believer in vision. And one of the things that we have such a vibrant and diverse culture that any part of it can be commercialized. You just have to have the vision to see where you want to take it. And if you come back to Africa and you think about what service can I provide, how can I commercialize helping my fellow brothers and sisters on the continent, you'll easily find something that you can commercialize, turn that into a profit, and be able to benefit the people at the same time.
The thing is the people. They have to just be more open to other foods. That's what I think. But I guess if you want to get your own brand, make it professional, make it the best you can be, and maybe people will buy it. But honestly, I think it's more of the people to be open to trying other foods and trying African foods, things like that.
So what message are you taking out there to your colleagues when you leave?
Ghana is amazing. Ghana is a great country. There's a reason why Ghana is a place to be in December. So come, and I just hope and I pray that the money that comes from tourism is used to build the country more.
Exactly,
the roads are bad. There's a lot of things that needs to be improved upon. So I hope, with the tourism aspect becoming better, the money from there can be siphoned into good places.
The message you're also taking back home is that Ghana jollof is better than Nigeria.
Still no.
So, as an American, I would say you guys have a little ways to go. Infrastructure, political, things of that nature. I love Ghana. My wife is from Ghana, and I would love to see a lot of advancement. But you guys have some of the same things that we have, so just keep pushing. That's my message.
Have you tried the food so far?
Yes.
What meal have we tried?
So we had some. So I had fufu for the first time. It was, I'm not used to it.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But I guess jollof rice is my favorite so far, yeah. But I've had a lot of other dishes, banku, fufu, and for me it's different. It's just different for me because I'm not used to it.
Nigeria, you moved into the States and you're back Ghana. Why not Nigeria but Ghana?
Please, sometimes you just have to explore small. I've been to Ghana before. Last time I went to Nigeria, it's not everyday Nigeria, but, I like to see the world, so why not come to Ghana?
So what's catching your attention as you're in Ghana?
I like the environment. It's nice, it's peaceful, it's very calm. There's a lot of people here right now, but it's very similar to Nigeria, but, it's a bit easy.
So when you came here, you saw Eat Ghana, Feel Ghana, Wear Ghana. Which particular statements within these caught your attention and your interest?
The Eat Ghana. I like the food.
So you like the food?
I like the food.
What about the food do you like?
The shita is great. I love shita. Kelewele is great. Wache is my favorite.
And the jollof?
The jollof is nice too, but it's Niger jollof. We don't need to talk about this one. The answer is known.
I know that's going to come up.
Kebab is good too, but I like suya. But it's good. You guys you're doing well.
Yofi Grant is the chief executive of the GIPC. He is confident of deepened partnerships with the Ghana Tourism Authority to not just market their art and crafts, but also set them as high investment targets from 2022 next year.
Definitely, it's important to show Ghana in all its glory. So for me, the Ghana story is best told by See Ghana, Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana, Feel Ghana, and Be Ghana. So we try to emulate that whole concept in one place on one day, and that is how come the Taste of Ghana came about.
So talk to us about this, the positioning of all these sectors to attract investment into this area.
Absolutely, especially the creative arts part of it and culture. Our culture defines our uniqueness. And it's always a major selling point in the hospitality industry. People want to know about what you do, how you live, what you eat. I mean, take America. I bet Michael Jackson has sold America more than America has sold itself. You know, so for us too, it's important that we showcase our culture, because people who come in, especially the young from the diaspora who've not been closely tied to the country, want to understand what Ghana is, what their homeland is. But apart from that, it's also great entertainment. I mean, I love cultural dancing, and as soon as I came, you see, I got my camera to show people dancing and take pictures, because these are things I don't see every day or normally. And so to have it in one place where somebody can come in here and see all the 16 regions of Ghana expressed somehow is a good thing. I think for me it's a good, and sells this country. I've had quite a number of the embassies come through and seen it, and everybody thinks it's a great idea and they're very happy with it. So I'm happy.
2020, 2021 has of your target. Where do we see the GIPC's investment positioning, Ghana's investment positioning next year amid COVID?
Well, as you know, the pandemic is still going. The challenges are still there, but we do not rest on our oars. And I suspect that the reason why Ghana is not GIPC, it's Ghana as a country has been put in the forefront. First, from the fact that I think we've had great leadership. I mean, whether anybody says no, so we've had great leadership, which has repositioned the country as a leader in Africa. And as I speak, I mean, the recent results that came out from Bloomberg shows that in the third quarter, Ghana grew by 6.6%, which is a well-beating growth rate. Despite all the problems that we have, we seem to be doing something very right, and we just need to further reinforce that and go with it. Culture is one. Our culture is going. Last year, we saw some amazing things. We saw some of our musicians on the international scene. Our food is also a major selling point. I mean, the biggest Chinese cultural export has been fried rice. We can put kelewele on the world map. We can put jollof on the world map. So for me, those are all commodities that can actually be monetized and add part to our culture. I mean, as we speak, the diaspora almost every year bring in an average of $3 billion. So if we create an event that also is attractive to them and for them is exciting, I think it's a great thing for us.
Finally, any words for the investor community as we move to 2022 finally?
Well, I think Ghana is a great place by all measures. Ghana is a great place, being the center of the world with great ambitions and great auspicions. And we look forward to partnerships that will bring about linkages as we take advantage of the AFCFTA. We look forward to partnerships with Ghanaian entrepreneurs, Ghanaian business people, and also to make Ghana the best place to do business in Africa and the greatest place to invest in Africa.
At the end of it all, the GIPC and government is hopeful of reckoning, if not $1 billion, by the end of the year in the Beyond the Return initiative. I'm Charles Aita reporting for Joy Business.
East, west, south, and today we are going to the west. We all know the tradition. And please, you are allowed to join them. You are allowed to join them.
Welcome back. You're still watching the AM News here on the Joy News channel. You know how to join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with Joy News on TV. Now let's continue with our end of year series with members of Parliament. Today, Kwesi Parker-Wilson has a chit chat with Umprioso MP Davis Opoku. So enjoy.
Honorable, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
how
you.
are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, Parker.
How is Umprioso constituency?
We are blessed. I've always maintained that we have a very unique area. Our weather is so unique. We have some wonderful tourist sites, and my people are hardworking, so it makes the work of representation quite easier because you're able to pick on relevant things. I mean, when issues of trade come up, you want to add your voice to it. We have a very large farming community, both fishing and also crop. I mean, so my people are hardworking, and I'm proud as a member of parliament to represent them.
You contested a giant, some would say, in parliament, Senator Champon. How did you win the primaries? I mean, what worked for you in the primaries?
First, I think it was a will of God that it happened. I mean, if you look at the circumstances that I went through, I even had an accident, a very terrible one, a near fatal one, and still going ahead to win in a primary against my senior, who had done some 3 times in parliament and was doing so well. I think that there's just a grace. It was God's time for me to also take over and push from where he ended. And I think that now he's a regional minister, right, and he's doing well as regional minister. And
you think it was good he lost? I mean, because if he had it, probably wouldn't have gotten the regional ministerial appointment.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but elections, you present yourself for the people to decide on you. I mean, and that's what I did. Yes, I built a relationship that endeared me to my constituents, especially the delegates, and that's how come they voted for me, and I was able to increase both presidential and parliamentary votes for the New Patriotic Party. So I'm always grateful to the people, and they are the reason why I'm here, and that's why whatever I do, I picture them in every decision that I take in Parliament.
I see. I'll kind of talk about the decision, but then I know the primaries was quite heated. What's your relationship between you and the former MP for the
Well, we are very good friends. Yes, we are. I mean, when we meet, we talk. But of course, everybody is busy now. He's managing a whole region, and I'm also a member of Parliament. I mean, engaging in my legislative duties. So when we see ourselves, we talk. I mean, on Friday, on Saturday, 10:50, and I sent him a message and wished him well. Yeah.
You see, every decision you take in Parliament is because of your constituents.
Yeah.
Were your constituents happy with your conduct in the chamber the day you were ordering the General Secretary of the NDC?
Well, I'm sure since 1992, since the inception of the Fourth Republican, walkouts have always happened, and I'm not too sure constituents have always had issues with their MPs walking out.
But that wasn't the walkout. I'm talking about your conduct preceding the walkout.
Well, I think on that day I was even helping the speaker do his work.
You were helping the speaker do his work?
Yes, because if the speaker narration said that the presence of the finance minister could influence the voting pattern, I'm sure that if we were to put a voice vote, with Asiedun Ketie's present there, and it's a political, I mean, knowing very well where he stands and the position that our colleagues in the minority are taking, it could influence even the voice vote.
Wouldn't the vote have gone in your favor because he was sitting on top of where the NPP MPs were seated?
Well, no. When the question is put, it says that as many as are in favor say aye.
Yeah. So if you get the aye will come from your side.
No, but if he says aye, then it's in our favor. But Asiedun Ketie will never say aye to a question that was put. So he would have said no. I mean.
But those who have said that, I mean, Parliament is guided by the standing orders. Clearly, you lack appreciation of the standing orders. That when someone is in the public gallery, you can't order the person out. You agree that you do not have a better appreciation of the standing orders?
Those saying that have issues. I mean, I think that
but the standing orders are clear.
The standing orders are clear,
yeah. and clear the lobby, not the public gallery.
We as MPs or as Parliament, we are masters of our own rules, and at all times I know, and you know, that for quite some time, members of the public were not allowed in the gallery. And it was largely because of COVID and its associated issues. So people were not allowed in the gallery. So it was used as an extension of the media gallery, sort of. I mean, when the cameras come, you see them there. But the general public were not allowed. I mean, either two, you could see school children come sit there and experience how proceedings are done. But when COVID came in, all these things were stopped. I mean, I've had visitors who came from other countries and wanted to experience how our proceedings carried out, but they were stopped. So how special is Assyrian Getia that you'll be allowed to sit?
Member of the parliamentary service.
No, it doesn't
Do you
matter.
know that?
It doesn't matter. A member of the parliamentary service board does not sit in the gallery.
But on the day you approved the budget, Gabi Achidako was also in the public gallery. Did you see him?
I did not see him.
You didn't see Gabi in the public gallery?
I did not. If I had seen him, I would have walked him out.
If you had seen Gabi,
yes,
you would have walked him out?
Yes.
In the public gallery?
So the next time, just, and more especially if, I mean, you see, if there's a heated matter like approving the budget, and colleagues on the other side would go heaven and net to ensure that the budget is not approved. For me, it's quite worrying. It's something that has not happened before in our country. I mean, people make claims that during Liman's time there was an attempt to no, but it was even an amendment to the budget.
The supplementary budget?
Yes. So the bit is that this is a budget that seeks to take care of our country. I mean, actually what is coming in and what is going out is all contained in there. If you do not agree to certain sections of the budget, you do not reject the entire budget. I mean, you don't do that. Probably what you can do, and just like the prayer from the finance minister, is that you have raised 5 issues, very critical issues. Give me time. Let me go back, because, mind you, the finance minister represents the president. It's not there on his own. The budget is prepared by cabinet, the president. Virtually every ministry's involvement is in it. And just like in accounting, you need to be able to balance. If you want government to allocate 10 million to Belekusu Sea Defense Project, government needs to find a way of generating that revenue to be able to channel it into the construction of the sea defense. So all of this, the finance minister requested for time. And the posture from our colleagues felt that, I mean, it was politics as usual. They really did not care what the finance minister was asking for. And I thought that that should not be, that is not a better approach, I mean, to take. But nonetheless, I mean, it's happened. And today the budget is passed. We've passed appropriation. Hopefully, the new levy would kickstart after we've passed the law.
But we'll talk about that. But then, for me, a few weeks on, would you say you're still happy with the conduct?
I am extremely happy.
You have no remorse?
No, why should I? Why should I? Which of the rules did I flout? I mean, none.
Are you a violent person?
I am not. You know me.
You
know me very well.
violence in the chamber?
I did not. Did you see me kick ballot boxes in the chamber? Did you see me kick chairs belonging to the speaker? I did not. I only communicated with our people. That's what I did. I'm not violent. I mean, people did worse things. Leaders from the minority side did worse things. I'm not too sure you classify them as violent. So I only felt that the way things are going, since Keshe's presence was not needed in the house. So,
and your constituents were happy with that?
They're extremely happy. They are extremely happy. They think that members of parliament must be allowed to do their work, influenced by the presence of general secretaries and so.
There are those who have said that your action actually triggered the walkout, and for a young MP like you, a first timer like you, the leadership should have listened to you, even though you agitated. They should have stayed there.
Well, if these are seasoned politicians, these are senior members in Parliament. If the action that I took was wrong, nobody would have walked out.
So you control the majority.
I don't.
But that's what happened.
I'm a member
you
of.
them to leave and
I am
they
a
left.
member of Parliament.
Right.
I left. My colleagues also left. I mean, I cannot order people around. That is not why.
But
I'm
you were
here.
captured in the video, asking them to leave the chamber.
Well, we took a collective decision to walk out, and because we knew that once we walk out, they don't have the numbers to do business, and we won't sit down for people to, for want of word, sabotage government. No, that is not my business. That's not why my constituents brought me here. I mean, it's important that government business is not sabotaged. Government business. We cannot play politics with government business. So if you disagree with certain sections of the budget, you don't throw away the entire budget like that. I mean, so for me, I mean...
So if you're given the opportunity, you do it all over again?
Opportunity to do what?
Yeah, the opportunity presents itself for what you did. You
To
do
work
it all
out.
over again. No, I mean to sort of ask as a to leave the chamber, ask your MPs to work out.
I'm sure that if there's a need to do that, I will.
To do it all over again?
Yeah, I will.
Has this parliament been very frustrating?
That's not. It does not. I have always maintained that it's like buying a new phone. If you are not conversant with the settings, you would struggle. But I think with time, it's going to work out perfectly. It's quite a unique parliament that we have now. 137, one independent doing business with the majority. It's not happened before, so you should expect some of these challenges, sort of. But for me, I think it's a better time to be in Parliament. It affords me the opportunity to learn. It affords me the opportunity to engage in serious business, not a one-sided, every day, yeah, kind of. So now you engage in very constructive arguments. You need to be convincing why you think your colleagues must accept a certain position that you have told. And for me, it's not just about what happens on the floor, but we also do good business at public accounts committees. At least as a deputy ranking member on the public accounts committee, I've had the privilege of traveling around the country to inspect books, to find out from agencies and departments why certain decisions were taken, and it helps me in the learning process and in the decision taking. And I'm very proud that as a member of the Western Housing Committee, I've come to appreciate why certain things are. Certain things happen, and it's been a good year for me, though challenging, but very good. And I'm always grateful to God and my constituents for the opportunity to serve around this time.
But has it been tough for the MPP? Very challenging for you?
Well, it has not been tough for the MPP. It should not be tough for the MPP. Of course, if people are not...
You struggle to get your appointees approved? Even the budget, you struggle to get them approved? And it hasn't been tough? Not challenging for the MPP?
Of course, it's challenging. It's challenging, but to say it's been tough, I've always maintained that when our commitment is to the state, we move beyond partisanship and take decisions in the interest of the state. But if people look at things in a way that, this is government, MPP government, so we should go against virtually everything that comes, then it becomes problematic. I am here, first of all, to serve the state. And I expect every member of parliament to do so. So, yes, you can describe it as tough, but it is tough because the point people decided to play politics with virtually everything that comes up.
So you think that's what the NDC is doing? Playing politics with everything?
Well, I mean, to say that a personality like Kojo Opoku, you vote against Kojo Opoku, for what? Doubting his competence? This is a young man doing so well at his ministry. So why would you do that? Why would you do that? So I strongly believe that sometimes politics plays some greater part in certain decisions that our colleagues take. Of course, we also do same. But like I say, it is about the supreme interest of the state.
So you think the minority doesn't have the state's
They
interest in
do.
that?
They do. But sometimes you would admit that partisanship clouds some of the actions that they take. Same with the MPP.
Is it your view that they are obstructing government business, looking at the recent event?
Well, there's been an attempt to do that.
There's been an attempt to do that.
Yeah, but I think we have the numbers, and though very marginal, but we have the numbers.
Going forward, do you anticipate that there will be more challenging times for the NPP caucus in Parliament going forward?
There will be more challenging times for both sides in Parliament.
But you are in government. You have to make sure that government business goes in.
And we will do that, giving the firm assurance to the good people of this country. I am here to ensure that teachers get their salary, to ensure that policemen are paid, to ensure that the military gets the right equipment, the right atmosphere to do their work. I am here to ensure that the sustenance of free SHS, for me, is one of the key things that I'm here to champion. So I will not sit for people to just reject a budget that seeks to promote these things that I talk about.
So you won't tolerate anything that seeks to obstruct government business going forward?
I won't. I mean,
you won't tolerate?
Yes.
Then what are you going to do then?
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to support anything that ensures that government business runs smoothly. And
but you need the numbers to push through with government agenda.
We have the
numbers. Why don't you bend bridges, build consensus with your colleagues on the other side?
I think it's happened on countless occasions. We have had meetings where you get the sense that there's some level of consensus. But on the floor, it turns out to be different. I don't know why it does, but I mean, I don't know why it will happen that a decision is taken and on the floor, politics, maybe the cameras, just for our constituents to also know that, or for our party members to also know that we are actively rejecting the budget.
I see. Has the Speaker of Parliament been fair to the NPP? Up and back.
Well, I have learned a lot from him. Though I may disagree with some decisions that, some pronouncements, but I have learned a lot as a first timer. It's appreciation of the standing orders, appreciation of the Constitution, and also his experience. I've been served in Parliament since 1992. It's quite humbling for a first timer. But sometimes some of the decisions that he will take, or some of the pronouncements that he will. For instance, when the finance minister came and prayed that we gave him time, the decision as to whether to give him more time or not did not really, was not that of the speaker.
It wasn't his decision to make.
No, it was for members to decide whether we are going to allow the finance minister enough time to go back and get to us on the proposals as submitted by the minority. But for the speaker, before even putting that question to say that we have gone past this stage, clearly meant that it was interfering in our work. But like I say, I admire him so much. We are all human. We all belong to
so he makes mistakes.
Of course, everybody makes mistakes.
And the speaker makes mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Is it pardonable?
Everybody makes mistakes.
But we are told that the NPP seeks to undermine the speaker. I mean, he directed the roads minister to reverse the directive to, suspend the collection of tools. That hasn't been done. You're undermining the speaker.
Well, I think that if a law is in place and someone wants to, or someone goes against the law, it is not up to Parliament to direct. I mean, we only make laws. We sit here and make laws, approve budgets, have oversight. But if the executive does something and you feel that it's against the law, the right place to go is the court, not Parliament.
So you are not undermining the speaker?
No, we should not undermine the speaker.
He rules to protect the budget, and the federal speaker comes to overturn that?
Is the Speaker of Parliament, of which I am a member. So I will not sit for anybody to undermine him.
But the first deputy speaker did that. He overturned his ruling.
The first deputy speaker did not.
But the speaker, when he came when he returned, he attributed the first deputy speaker's conduct as insubordination.
No, you see, that's where we all get it wrong. In decision making, especially in deciding on issues on the floor, the powers are not with the speaker. It is members that decide. So if somebody tables a motion and a vote is put to it, and we say that we have overturned a decision that was taken because they did not have the exact numbers to do that, it is not the first deputy speaker who took that decision.
You should have consulted his boss.
No, you should have walked out of Parliament, picked the phone and made a call and say that the MPs have tabled a motion. I mean, what role will the speaker play in this? Because you are just presiding. When you are presiding, you must be impartial. Allow members of Parliament to do their work, guide us. So the first deputy speaker did not disobey the speaker, because the speaker did not take a decision. It is members of Parliament who took that decision. And per the rules, they did not have at least half of members of Parliament present. So, I mean, it's about the laws, it's about the orders, it's about the rules that we use in the House. And I'm not too sure I'm not too sure we are in this business to undermine the speaker. If you undermine the speaker, you'll be undermining government.
I see. So, finally, what would you say has been the relationship between MP and the NDC in this in the last 1 year? Committee level, because you sit in committee meetings.
Yeah, committee level, very cordial, very cooperating. But sometimes on the floor, and it is expected, even if you have 175 and 100 on the other side, you expect some level of opposition to issue. The checks and balances is doing very well. It's there, and I am, like I say, I'm excited to be part of this Parliament because it offers me a great opportunity to learn. So at committee levels, very cooperative. On the floor, sometimes very cooperative. But when it comes to very heated debate, then you also appreciate that we are here with different agendas.
I see. Now, going for the next 3 years, what are you expecting from the minority?
I expect them to be very, not to be tough, but I expect them to continue in their oversight responsibilities. That nobody should throw away. I mean, we are here to ensure that monies approved for government are used for the very purpose for which it was approved. Yeah, so I am expecting that hopefully we continue in this direction, but in building a lot more consensus, appreciating the numbers that Like my senior will say, Obia and Obia. Yeah. So once you appreciate the numbers, then you can do good business through a very cooperative, through a system that appreciates each other.
Now, talking about the numbers, I know this high parliament is very demanding for you. Is it in any way affecting your performance in the constituency? Because at every point in time, you are needed in the chamber.
I do go to the constituency. There are some events that, when they happen during the week, that you cannot go because you also have a business in the house. I mean, a member of parliament who should be seated in parliament all the time, and legislating and ensuring that your constituents also get to be a part of whatever thing is coming to the country. So it's been tough. I mean, looking at the numbers, you cannot even travel outside the country any longer. I mean, because always you have to be present in the house because of the numbers.
Interesting. So, the last one, what's been your impact in the constituency?
We've done several projects, issues on health, tricycle ambulance. Just last week I did over 1,005 NHI registration free for my constituents, trying to lobby some agencies to ensure that we get hospital equipment to support the, it's a big government hospital. Currently government is putting up a lot of facilities, rehabilitating a lot of them. So we are on it in the areas of education. Sponsored a mock exam, gave an assurance that I'm going to support 50 people who emerge stop. So we are doing our bit. The most important bit is the lobbying of projects, and I think my constituents really appreciate that. When it comes to roads, we've gotten our fair share. When it comes to, I'm now focused on trying to get places without electricity to be connected to the national grid. That is my focus now, and that's something I'm working on.
I see. So that will be part of your focus going forward in the next 3 years?
Yes.
Now, let's talk about your internal primaries. The party will soon elect a flag bearer to lead in 2024, and you're talking about breaking the 8. Are you for Baumia or you're for Alan Chamati?
I think the decision has not come. The time has not come. I mean,
we're wrapping up shortly, and I want to find out, here in Parliament, is the majority leader providing the needed guidance for the MPP caucus?
Yes, we are proud of him. We are so proud of him.
I've heard the NDC say that he is a problem why they are not building consensus.
It is not true.
It's not true?
It is not true.
He's taking an entrenched position. He doesn't want to compromise.
Who?
Your majority leader.
It has compromise. I mean, leadership. I've never heard of fight at the top. I mean, everything it turns out good for him. He's an experienced legislator. I mean, he's done this for quite some time, and I'm not too sure people can lay claims that he does not build consensus. It is false, and I don't think so.
So is he the right man for the High Parliament?
It is.
It is.
It is.
Right. Honorable, thank you very much for your time
thank you.
today.
Thank you.
Quite an interesting conversation with you. And for every young politician, I know they aspire to greater heights. Do you have a presidential ambition?
A presidential ambition?
Of course.
Who would not want to be president of Ghana?
Oh, I see.
The opportunity to present this, I'll be president of Ghana. But I've always aspired to be chief of staff.
You always aspire to be chief of staff?
Yes, and hopefully I know God will help me. One day I'll be chief of staff of this country. Yes, so...
Under whose presidency?
Well...
Because I'm sure Banana formed alliances.
Let the
with your contemporaries.
Let God reign. I mean, hopefully I'm very confident. I always pray to God about that. I don't pray to God to be president. I pray to God that I want to be chief of staff.
Why chief of staff?
Well, I believe that I have the qualities to support a president in managing the relationship between ministries, managing the relationship between agencies, building a strong government to party, intra-government communication, and all of that. So, hopefully, I'm praying to God one day He should afford me that opportunity to be a chief of staff in the Republic of Ghana.
I wish you well. OPK wants to be a chief of staff in this country. I wish you well on that,
Thank you.
Honorable.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you'll be seeking re-election.
I will.
You will?
I will.
And yes, we expect to win the election as well.
Hopefully, God willing.
Okay. Right, we are in Christmas. A few words to your constituents.
Well, I really wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I believe in God that 2022 will be quite an interesting year, a year that God answers most of our prayers. Yes, 2021 has had its challenges, but hopefully in 2022 things should run smoothly once we continue to believe that the Maker is the answer of all things that we need. So I wish everybody well. 2022 will be a success. And I speak like a pastor because I believe in God and I know that He is the only answer to all our challenges.
Okay, so Honorable Pastor OPK.
Thank you.
There for you.
You know, I'm a deacon of my church.
Oh, you're a deacon of the church? What
yeah,
is that?
I do. Apostolic Church of Ghana.
Apostolic Church of Ghana, I see.
I am a deacon.
We'll come for some prayers.
We'll
come for some
Please
prayers.
do. Thank you.
All right, so Davis Ansa Opoku is the member of parliament for Inshasa constituency. And of course, quite shocking that for every young politician, they aspire to be president. But for him, his dream is to be the chief of staff of the country because he has the qualities to support the president to run the nation. It's been an interesting conversation. I am Chrissy Parker-Webson, and this is John News.
Welcome back to the AM show here on the Joy News channel. It's a pink and what?
And blue kind of
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes,
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah. Christmas festivities.
Christmas
and
festivities.
Right. What did you do for Christmas? Let's start there.
Oh gosh, I can't remember. Okay. So 24th, we're supposed to go to a concert and then we slept.
Okay. Which concert was this?
Samini's concert.
Oh, yeah.
And then woke up Saturday morning, family.
Okay.
I was home all day.
Yeah.
Eating.
I know.
Christmas is eating.
I know.
Christmas is chicken soup.
My flat stomach has fallen into the water.
It's round.
Into the gutter.
It's round. It's round.
So maybe because it's...
No, please. Please.
It's the
Don't
food,
even go
please.
there.
I beg you. Yeah.
So it was really just food.
Yeah.
And being at home.
Okay,
it was quiet. For me, it was quiet.
Okay.
I think it was quiet for you too.
It was, because on Friday, the 24th, we had a Christmas, not a Christmas Day, South African themed barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had like
You went to Bamba?
Yes, that's
Chilling with the big boys.
You know.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I wanted to chill with the big boys this December, but I couldn't.
You couldn't.
I was just so tired.
You were running kitty and running kitty. You couldn't drink water and not drop the cup.
I was tired.
You were tired.
I was really tired. So Friday we had like a South African themed barbecue. And then Saturday we also had lunch with my family. And then Sunday
26th.
Sunday I slept, but then I went to Shy Hills for Wilderland for a few hours, check out how the setup was, and then I came back here on...
Well, let's just take a minute and say congratulations to Sadiq. Sadiq Abdullah Abu, one of our own. Great stuff, great visionary.
I think he's such a fantastic guy, and whoever has the power and the money should really rally behind Sadiq, because the guy he's just chale.
Sees things that don't exist and then makes them, and
he's a fantastic guy. He's a great guy. And whoever has the power should really, really be behind him, because especially the arts and the culture should really be behind him, because he's got great ideas, and I think he'll take if he's given an opportunity, he will take the creative, the arts, the tourism industry
to the next
a
level,
greater height. So shout out to you, Baba Sadiq. You did a fantastic job. And yeah,
with Wilderland.
With Wilderland.
Yes.
And all the things that you're about to do, we know that you're going to be amazing, you're going to be awesome. So shout out to you, Baba Sadiq, once again.
Yeah, and we'll send you an invoice for this, by the way. The free publicity is not
small.
Thing.
Yeah,
like why?
I mean, how?
Anyway, we want to hear how you spent Christmas, though. So give us a call. The phone numbers are going to go up on your screen. Tell us what you did. So we had this chat. I had this chat with a lot of our viewers before Christmas about what they were going to do. And a lot of them were, just going to chill, go out with the family, all of that. So let us know how it went for you. We did the family party in the park on Monday, the 27th.
And that was really good.
That was really good.
Amazing.
And why is Lexus Bill dancing? Somebody stop him from dancing. But yeah, Lexus was dancing. DJ, what's his name?
Kofi Hayford.
No, Lexus. He has his nickname. I can't remember.
Okay.
Something about being a dance, whatever, guru. But yeah, we had a party in the park on Monday. So that was lots of fun. Kids really had a lot of fun dancing and chilling. And we were sold out. And
so the plan was not to sell tickets at the gate.
Yes.
But because of the numbers that came, so we sold out. What's this thing called? Here at the gate.
Yeah, and I kept on announcing on the morning show that please don't go
tickets are finished,
to a brewery without.
But they went, and then we sold tickets.
Oh, gosh.
At the gate.
Yeah, because you can't really turn people away.
Yeah.
Next time, don't do that though. Just buy your tickets beforehand.
But we loved your company, and so Maxwell was speaking to one of the patrons, and he said at least we should do it like twice a year. Yeah,
it's a nice. Take your kids out, have fun with the family and stuff.
And a section of Ghanaians are saying that since we're going into the new year, they want to see 90s Jam. And corporate, what's the word?
Corporate Jam.
Corporate Jam.
90s Jam.
90s Jam. So, head of events and Dem and Debed Multimedia, we beg you.
It all depends on Omicron. Yeah, it all depends. Especially more so because, with the 90s Jam, we usually do it outside.
Yeah.
So that's usually fine. But corporate Jam is normally inside. So maybe not, unless we're going to move it outside. But also, again, depends on Omicron and the numbers that go up or don't go up and everything. We'll be watching that over the next few days so that we know what to do in terms of chilling. But stay safe out there, whatever you're doing. That's the most important thing. Or give us a call, 0302-211-691, 0302-211-692. We'd love to know what you did for Christmas. And then obviously we'll start talking maybe from tomorrow or Friday. We'll start talking about a new year and getting ready for 2022. All right, Alfred is joining us. Hello, Alfred. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Alfred. So what did you do for Christmas?
This Christmas, I was in sales.
You were where?
I was in sales. I was arrested.
Oh! For what?
Yeah, so
what did you do?
So, Albert, please turn down the volume.
Yeah. I spent the Christmas in sales.
What did you do?
Yeah, but I was in my bar and I was just arrested for nothing.
Nobody would arrest you for nothing.
Alfred, tell the truth. God is listening. God is listening. What did you do?
His line is just dropped. Alfred, arrested. Hey.
Hey, dear. Hey.
Hey. But it won't be a nice thing to spend Christmas in yourself.
Alfred, I see.
Especially since the IGP has said that we shouldn't keep more than 25 people inside at once. I'm sure if there's no reason to be inside,
they won't
keep you inside. Alfred, now we are really interested in your story. So if possible, call us back. But we'd love to know how you spent your Christmas. 0302-211-691, 0302-211-692. Ezolaye, if you're watching, we'd like to know how you spent your Christmas. I'm expecting you back at work.
All right, so let's go to Kofi. Kofi, good morning.
Kofi. Yeah, Kofi, good morning. Good morning. Please, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. How did you spend your Christmas, Kofi?
Yeah, we celebrated it well. We went to church, we indoors a little bit, but I paid for the family
Party in the park.
Vital family out program.
Mm-hmm.
But because of COVID-19, we were not able to attend, even though I paid for it. But I seen the enjoyment, the pictures, the kids enjoying themselves. It looked very, 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 very interesting. And I feel like I've missed a lot with my kids.
Yeah, you did. You missed a lot. People really enjoyed it. But you can go to our YouTube page and check it out.
And watch it and be depressed
And
about
watch
missing it.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. Kofi, are you done with Kofi?
Yes, I'm done
with
Kofi.
So I talk to Francis. Hi, Francis. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Merry Christmas.
Oh, many happy returns.
Okay, so what did you do?
Oh, apparently it was just normal for me and my brother that it's fine.
Charlie, Francis, I know be your chico. Like you're talking to me like I'm your girlfriend. Like I can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. So,
all right.
it was normal for us.
Mm-hmm.
Myself and my brother that came to visit the fine. It was just normal. We just prefer. We don't attend church on Christmas Day and deeper life. So we were just indoors. But one thing that really brought tears to my eye was later in the evening when we went out, I decided to buy a crate of eggs. And when the woman was wrapping the egg for me, an elder person came to the shop and was like, he wants to buy Gary 50% and sugar 50%. I looked at the man and I was like, wow. Christmas Day, Gary 50%, sugar 50%. It brought tears to my eye, and all the money that was left on me, I just gave it to him.
Oh, wow.
Truth be told, people are going through a lot of things in this country.
Yeah.
People are suffering. I don't know what to say, but we just pray and hope that things get better. That is all I say. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much for that, Francis.
Thank you, Francis. Let's go to Bright. Bright, good morning. Bright, in a salam down? No? No Bright? Dark? No? Bright's dark? All right.
Okay.
Hardship during Christmas.
Yeah, people, they suffer.
Yeah, I think that's when like most hardships are felt. Throughout the year, like you're okay, you're fine. Like, for example, one hardship for mine is that why? I don't look like
I'm listening to you. It's fine. I'm listening to you.
Okay. So I lost my grandmother, right? Yeah. And then, so this was the first time I was seeing my mom. So I wasn't able to go to, I'm back. Thank you very much.
Drama.
That's right.
Oh my God.
So, I lost my grandmother and I couldn't go to the funeral, blah, 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 blah. But then this was the first time I was seeing my mom. So it was her mom who had died. And then she came into our apartment and I had my grandmother's, what's this thing called, picture. Then she was like, Charlie, I beg you, please. This one day I can't. And then we had to turn around the picture.
Away, yeah.
And I was just like, Charlie, this was like the first Christmas I spent without so it was kind of difficult.
I can totally relate. It was our first Christmas without my dad as well.
Yeah.
So but we thank God for life, and we thank God that he still holds us through the difficult times.
All right.
I think we have one more caller before we go. Osman.
Yeah, good morning.
Yo, good morning. How are you?
I'm also fine. I'm doing well.
Awesome. So how did you spend your Christmas?
Okay, I was at the beach at my area to enjoy with my family.
Mm-hmm. You did what?
I was at the beach enjoying with my friends.
Oh, nice. In the village.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I would like to use this opportunity to give shout out to all the Joy News staff. You are doing a great job. May God bless you people. And I wish 2022 should be a blessed year for you guys.
Okay.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
I always pray for you because this is my favorite station.
Amen.
You are doing great. God bless you guys.
Thank you so much. And God bless you too. Well, Maps, that's it from us.
God bless everyone who watches us.
Yes.
Keep the channel going. We really appreciate your support. And thank you so much. Remember to join us tomorrow, 6 a.m.
A little before 6 a.m.
Is it a little before?
It's a little before 6 a.m., yeah.
Okay, so a little before 6 a.m.
Yeah.
To like a little before 9 a.m.
And then we're done. A very big thank you to you for tuning in, to Yao, to Echo, the rest of the team who make the AM show what it is. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to you for choosing us. Stay tuned in to Joy News TV the rest of the day. Like Mav said, we'll be back again tomorrow morning. Stay safe out there. Bye.